The Invisible Bond, Part 1. The scent of jasmine drifted through the newly installed sliding glass windows on a chilling draft. It wasn't the sweet, refreshing fragrance of a festive garland used in Songkran, the Thai New Year, but the cloying, heavy stench of bruised petals left to rot in stagnant water for weeks. Rin frowned, her fingers pausing over her MacBook's keyboard. She took a deep breath to confirm the smell, but it had already vanished, replaced by the sharp, chemical sting of fresh paint that had been her constant companion all week. "Kong, did you smell something? Like something rotting?" Rin called out to her boyfriend, who was downstairs struggling to tear up the old, moth-eaten carpets in the main hall. "Just dust, Rin. A house this old is bound to have a scent," Kong's muffled voice echoed back. "I told you we should have hired a professional cleaning crew before moving in, but you insisted on saving the budget." Rin thinned her lips. She hated being questioned. This Panyet-style house, a traditional Thai architectural marvel with its distinctive hip roof and intricate fretwork, was an inheritance she'd snagged for a bargain from a distant relative. While others saw a brooding, ancient structure, Rin saw potential. She wanted to strip away the dark wood and turn it into a minimalist, white-walled studio. She didn't care about the history etched into the floorboards or who had occupied the space before her. The strangeness had truly begun 3 days ago, the day the workers hauled away the old San Prapum, the spirit house that stood beneath the sprawling frangipani tree in the backyard. To a foreigner, a San Prapum might look like an elaborate birdhouse or a decorative garden ornament. In Thai belief, it is a miniature palace, a home within a home, built to appease the Pra Chai Mongkol, the guardian deity of the land. It is a sacred contract. If the humans provide a beautiful dwelling and daily offerings, the spirit protects the household. To remove one requires a Brahmin priest to perform a thon ceremony, a ritual of uprooting, to politely ask the deity to vacate. Rin had bypassed all of it. To her, it was just termite-ridden wood blocking the path of her future plunge pool. "Kong, I really think we should find a new spot for the shrine, or at least hold a small ceremony. The workers were whispering they didn't feel right about just tossing it." "Kong, they're just looking for an excuse to slack off. Look at the termite damage. If we don't toss it today, they'll move into the main house tomorrow. We aren't disrespecting anyone, we're just clearing the land." But after the shrine was tossed into the back of a garbage truck, the atmosphere of the house soured. That night, Rin was jolted awake by a rhythmic creak, like heavy footsteps pressing into ancient timber. The sound came from the floor above, even though their bedroom was on the ground floor. Faint moonlight filtered through the cracks in the original wood that had yet to be repaired. Dust motes danced in the air, and for the first time, the smell of rotting jasmine was undeniable. She sat up, a cold sensation of being watched from the darkest corner prickling her skin. Rin fumbled for her phone, the blue light of the screen providing a sliver of comfort. She glanced at the tall teak wood mirror, a relic that came with the house. In the reflection, Rin saw herself in her white nightgown, but something was wrong. The reflection didn't move in sync. When Rin raised her hand to brush her hair from her face, her twin in the mirror remained still for a fraction of a second, her arms hanging limp at her sides. Then the reflection moved, slowly, oozing with the viscosity of thick oil to mimic her gesture. Kong, wake up!" Rin shook her boyfriend violently. "What is it, Rin? A nightmare?" Kong groaned, rubbing his eyes. "The mirror, it's lagging. I think the light is playing tricks on me, or I'm just exhausted," Rin whispered, her voice trembling. She forced herself to look back. Everything appeared normal now. Kong sighed. "You're overworking yourself. Let's go to the temple tomorrow. I saw one nearby with a lot of people. It might make you feel better." "I'm not going. I have a deadline," she replied curtly, pulling the duvet over her head.
but in the silence, she felt a creeping chill emanating from the floorboards beneath the bed. By the next morning, the unease had turned physical. A crushing weight settled on Rin's neck and shoulders, as if someone were hitching a ride on her back. She dismissed it as office syndrome, but when she went to the bathroom to splash water on her face, she froze. The bathroom mirror had a jagged crack running diagonally across its surface, and the silver backing was tarnished to black, distorting her image. As she rinsed her face, the smell of tap water vanished, replaced by the stench of rotting jasmine so potent she gagged. "Rin?" A soft voice called from behind her. It was Kong's voice, unmistakable, but an ancestral instinct, something buried deep in her Thai DNA, screamed, "Do not answer." In Thai folklore, Quan is the essence of the soul, a delicate life force that can be easily startled or lured away. To answer an unseen voice calling your name, especially when you are alone or in the dark, is considered a grave danger. It is an invitation, a verbal contract that allows a wandering spirit or a vengeful entity to enter your spiritual defenses and enter your body. "Rin, Rin, can you hear me?" the voice repeated. This time, it was right against her ear, the breath as cold as ice. Rin pressed her lips together, eyes squeezed shut. She tried to think of a scientific explanation, an echo, auditory hallucination. But when she opened her eyes to the cracked mirror, she saw Kong standing directly behind her. This version of Kong had a face as pale as ash, his eyes hollowed out into pits of pure darkness, and most terrifyingly, the Kong in the mirror was reaching out, his fingers wrapping around her throat. Rin screamed and whirled around. The space behind her was empty. Kong came running from the hallway. "Rin, what's wrong? I heard you scream from across the house." The real Kong stood in the doorway, his work clothes neat. Rin lunged at Kong, sobbing with terror. "Kong, did you just call my name in here?" Kong frowned. "No, I just got back from the kitchen." "Rin, you're white as a sheet. What's happening?" Rin couldn't speak. She glanced back at the cracked mirror one last time. There was no reflection of Kong standing behind her. There was only herself, standing alone. But what made her heart stop was her own hand in the reflection. Her reflection's hand wasn't clutching Kong. It was pointing directly at her face, and the lips in the mirror were moving silently, forming words that needed no sound. "You kicked me out, so I'm moving in."